And so then therefore, again,
All right, I'll get this out
we're
to
gonna
you.
overeat just because of
You're welcome.
no nutrition in our foods. Okay, so acai berry. So I'm gonna let everybody kind of look at the ingredients in that. And if that was pure acai berry, it would probably be, I'm gonna estimate probably about $45 for that.
Yeah.
bottle, you know? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then there are companies that have like the mangosteen or the noni juice or amalaki is another one that Dr. Deepak Chopra, he endorses amalaki, and that's a fruit that's very high on the ORAC scale, but it's kind of like in the same line with the acai berries. The goji berries are also very high on the ORAC scale. And actually, the goji berries are the next best thing because the goji berries were 25,300 on the ORAC scale. So I'm going to let you guys take a look. You can see them in the back, okay? Or you can open them if you want to and try them. But these are the goji berries, okay?
So in this, you don't know how much acai berry.
No, you
stuff you're
sure
getting.
don't. You sure don't. So it's a little disappointing, you know? So it's the same, she said, with pomegranate juice, and they eat this, not that. She said the same with like pomegranate juice. Now pomegranate juice wasn't real high in antioxidants, but of course it has other properties in it that make it a very healthy juice or healthy food. But she says always read the label when you're drinking or getting pomegranate juice, because a lot of times it'll have like apple juice will be the first ingredient. So she says be real careful.
In
Because
Israel, we had fresh pomegranate juice right on the street.
Really?
That's really good.
Did you?
Really good.
Oh my gosh. How do they do
Yeah,
that?
it's not really good.
Because
They
they're
have this.
seeds.
They have a crusher thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how neat.
Can I taste one?
Yes, absolutely. Please do.
Are they scary?
No, they're just a little chewy. They're just a little bit chewy. Mm-hmm.
How cute.
I know,
They
huh?
smell really good.
Not bad. Yeah, have one. Try one.
Oh, they don't have any sugar.
What?
added.
Oh, this one's fun. So those were the next highest thing on the
Okay,
list.
I'm sorry.
Goji berries, okay? And they were 25,300 on the ORAC scale, okay? And then our next one was our, let me find, cranberries, that's what I thought. Cranberries was 9,584 on the ORAC scale. And I think we all know what that looks like. I have tasted those before, right? Okay. Cranberries was the next one at 9,584.
What was goji berries?
The goji berries,
25,000?
25,300.
2,500.
25,300. Really high. Mm-hmm. The acai berries were 102,700.
Oh, my goodness.
And then our blueberries are the next highest on the scale at 6,552. Okay, I take that back. Chokeberries, I couldn't find chokeberries. It's like, has anybody seen chokeberries? They're 16,000 on the ORAC scale, but
You have to grow them.
okay.
You can't, I don't think they sell them at the store.
Indoor
Okay.
Neopets.
Wow. So the chokeberries are 16,000 on the ORAC scale, so if, you know, you can find those, that would be great. And then our little nature's sweetest surprise is our plums. And our plums were actually dried plums, which are prunes, right?
Yeah.
So our prunes were 6,552 on the ORAC scale.
Just like the blueberries?
Yeah, just like the blueberries. Mm-hmm. They sure were, just the same. Red Delicious apple was better than the other apples on the ORAC scale, and I know, right? Red Delicious apples,
Oh,
Too
but because
sweet.
of the skin.
too sweet, right? Yeah.
No, they're gush, they're smushy, they're soft.
Okay.
You can't do
Smushy.
soft apples.
Whereas like the Honey Crisp are crisp, or I know the
What do you
I
The
do
Fiji.
Pink Ladies or
Fuji.
Fuji's. I love the Fuji's.
Fuji.
Yeah. So this is
That's how you pronounce it.
4,275 on the ORAC scale.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Say the number again, I'm sorry.
It was 4,275. Now, has anybody seen black currants? European black currants?
Not fresh. I
Okay.
love blackcurrant jam or cassis juice.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
I was like, that sounds
They have
really
that a lot
familiar.
in Europe.
I would think so. Yeah, that makes sense. The only place I found it was on the Juice Plus.
Oh.
So the black currants, as you can see over here on the far left, and they were at 7,968.
They do have blackcurrant juice. You can buy that.
Okay,
It's mixed with stuff, but still it has.
okay, the black currant in it,
Yeah.
which is 7,000, what was it? 966.
Can't film it if you keep moving it.
I did find that on there, not chocolates.
Stop moving.
The raspberries were set, 4,882, so the raspberries weren't as high as like the blueberries.
That's still high though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still nice, I mean, because again, when we think in terms of we need 5,000 on the ORAC scale
So
a
just
day.
eating a half cup of them?
Uh-huh,
Which,
right, exactly. Yeah, so even, half cup, and then later on eat another half cup, or, blueberries. So you can see how you can easily get your ORAC scale. So that's what's interesting to me, is that fruit was the highest on the ORAC scale. So we're gonna go to vegetables now, okay? And we'll do the vegetables and compare. The highest in antioxidants was artichokes, and I couldn't find any fresh artichokes. So,
you couldn't?
no, not at Kroger's.
They always have.
Yeah,
We eat artichokes probably once a week.
okay.
I love them.
So, okay, so
Especially their hearts.
artichokes, boiled artichokes, 9,416 on the ORAC
I
scale.
did not know that.
And that's the whole
They're very
artichoke.
expensive though. They're like $3.25 a piece.
I just didn't see them. Wow, do you shop in Peachtree City or here?
No.
Fayetteville.
Fayetteville, okay. That's probably
Ours
why.
always have them though.
Okay, yeah, I looked and looked, couldn't find them. So the whole artichoke is the highest on the ORAC scale, and then after that it said microwave artichoke. So if you microwaved it, yeah, I'm like, who's gonna do that? Then on the ORAC scale it was 9,402, but of course you scramble the molecule, so I wouldn't recommend that. But I thought that was interesting, it didn't come down much. Artichoke hearts, 7,900 on the ORAC scale, so still pretty high.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, so artichokes across the board. You
Yeah.
can't lose with artichokes. Really high on the ORAC scale.
Gotta eat those more often.
Yeah,
I
huh?
love them. A little bit of vegan eggs.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that would be just
Do you
wonderful.
ever eat them?
I love them. I usually get a salad over at Nook's and they put artichoke hearts on it. And I
But you
love
don't
it.
ever boil them.
I have never boiled them. My best friend in New Mexico always made them, and I would have them at her house. But I'm like, you have to show me how to make these. She's like, it's easy.
You just boil them, put a little bit of lemon, if you squeeze a lemon in there and
Okay.
put the lemon in the water
Yeah.
with a little bit of olive oil, boil them for 45 minutes.
Ooh, okay.
Die for.
Nice flavor.
But not to
45
kill
minutes,
for.
boil our artichokes with some lemon and some olive oil.
But
Okay.
somebody thought it was funny.
Just a little bit.
Thank you.
And then you just dip them in like,
Suck the meat
I
out.
mean, I used to do mayonnaise, but I do
Kinda like
vegan eggs. Is that what
Okay, yeah, right.
you just take a little bit. I mean, it sounds really fattening, but you only end up using maybe a tablespoon. Or
Okay. Kind of like people would do tartar sauce with fish.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing that.
Right.
Appreciate that. Our red cabbage was next. The red cabbage was 3,145 on the ORAC scale. And of course, we can add that to our coleslaw, or, if you make regular put cabbage, you can always add that to it. And of course, it's purple, red.
Or
so there's
chopped
our-
salads.
Yeah,
You can eat it
chop
raw.
in salad, would be great.
Chop it.
Wow, that's a good idea. That'd be great. Next one was our sweet potato with skin. So it's like there just weren't a whole lot of vegetables that were high on the ORAC scale. But sweet potatoes with skin was 2,115. And asparagus,
Had that last night.
2,150.
We eat that once a week too.
Do ya? See? And that's a cancer fighter. That's so good.
It's so good.
And then arugula was 1,904.
I'm sorry,
Avocado.
arugula was how much?
Arugula is 1,904. Avocados, 1,933 on the ORAC scale. And I didn't buy them, but beet greens was high at 1,946.
Not the beets, just the beet green.
The beet greens, whereas the beets is 1,767. So the beets themselves are high, but then the beet greens too, 1,946. And the beets themselves, 1,767. And has anybody seen broccoli rab? RAAB, broccoli rab. Okay, so that's 3,083 on the
How
orange
much?
scale.
It's called
3,000.
broccoli raw.
Rob, yeah.
Okay.
It's I never heard it before until I married my wife, and she says, "You don't know broccoli raw?" And I'm like, "What is that?"
So
What you talking about, Grace? I want it.
Tastes like
3,000 what?
3,083. And unfortunately, the romaine lettuce was only 963. But that, think about it, that is for
Still
a
adds.
half a cup. Right, and I know I'm gonna have more than a half a cup of
salad.
romaine lettuce whenever I have my salad, so,
Better than ice?
yes, indeed.
Yes, it is.
That doesn't even show up on the ORAC scale.
That's right, didn't even. So the yellow onions are the next thing we're gonna look at. Yellow onion was 1,220 on the ORAC scale. And believe it or not, but your russet potatoes with the skin is 1,680.
Really?
I know, right? I'm like, that really surprised me. The Yukon Yellow Gold didn't make it.
Oh.
And then the red skin potatoes is less than the russet. The red
Really?
skin is 1,326.
That's more color.
Yeah, exactly. You would have thought it would be more.
Well, technically, brown is all the colors mixed together.
Yeah, there you go. So that's the answer.
That's exactly
It's a
why.
very colorful potato. Can't
Slow bodied.
see it. Yes. All right. Spinach was 1,687.
I expected more from spinach.
I know, me too. Me too. Red lettuce, 2,380.
You're not doing these in order.
I'm not.
I numbered mine.
Hey! There's no alphabetical order to them or anything.
Numerical
Okay.
order. I was like trying to do it in descending order so I could get the best ones.
Yes,
It's
I'm
numbered.
sorry. Because I started out
I
doing
think
the
you
alphabetical.
Yeah.
and then It's like, oh, but what about this? Okay, so now we're gonna go to the grains, and this is really nice because when we're looking at the grains,
Get everything
They have
lined up
NPR.
all at once.
yeah,
Oh.
how about that, huh?
I didn't know
Yeah, sorghum flour. Who's heard of sorghum flour? Yeah,
She wouldn't.
okay.
Where-
Sorghum flour, this is what it looks like,
Oh, I've seen that.
and this
I'm trying to
sorghum
think
flour.
what I eat that it's in.
45,400 on the ORAC scale for half a cup.
Run over there.
I know. Cookies. You have to use steak with that.
I'm sorry.
That's
so,
true.
What was the number?
The number on this is 45,400.
Oh.
I found this at Kroger's up at Lower Fayetteville.
Yeah.
Okay. I got this a couple weeks ago. I looked yesterday for it. It wasn't there. So when you see it, grab it. Yes. Sorghum flour. Yep. Very good for you. And the next one is our flaxseed hulls.
Hulls?
Yeah, with hulls, I should say. So
Oh,
it's like
the
the whole.
Not the ground.
It's the right.
Oh.
You have to have the whole. So the flaxseed hull with lignin. So the whole flaxseed, 19,600 on the ORAC scale for 2 tablespoons. Isn't that nice?
Glad it's not a half cup.
Half a cup, right?
Okay, I'm making sure you got it.
Right. And the chia seeds was 10,250 on the ORAC scale. those are all in the grain category. Believe it or not, I looked for rice bran yesterday at Kroger's, could not find it anywhere. But it's 24,287 on the ORAC scale. Could not find it. And then, let me know if you find this. Sumac flour, 86,800.
Sumac flour.
Couldn't, yeah.
I have sumac from Israel, and it's what they sprinkle on their salads. It's a reddish,
Yeah?
and the Middle Eastern people sprinkle it on there like a tomato, lettuce, cucumbers type
Okay.
salad, and it gives this really tart flavor to it.
Could you bring that next week so
To
we
show
can
you?
look at that?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. Okay. And then sumac bran was 312,400. So
Oh,
maybe you have to go to
yeah.
Israel to get that. I'm not sure, but.
No, they'd have it at Middle Eastern stores because they eat that all the time.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they would have that at
Uh-huh.
Middle Eastern stores, so
Yeah.
thank you. All right, that would be awesome if you can get that. And then for consideration too, our herbs and spices,
I'm sorry, what did you say, sumac?
oh, the sumac was, let's see, sumac bran, 312,400 on the ORAC scale, 312,000.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, huh? I know.
Eat that for a week.
That's right, every day, right? Okay, so
Okay.
now herbs and spices, cinnamon, ground, 11,147 on the ORAC scale.
But how much do you have to have?
That's the thing, you have to remember that that's going to be 3.75 ounces. So that means you put it on everything. Right. And that's why it's like you don't just use your herbs and spices for your ORAC scale. You
Yeah.
just add them. Yeah. I'm gonna have some sweet potato with my cinnamon.
Sweet potato with my cinnamon.
Yeah. And we're too good. Ground cloves, 13,102 on the ORAC scale.
I'm rounding.
That makes it easy.
Oregano.
Oregano, 8,339 on the ORAC scale. Those were the highest ones. Turmeric came in at 6,637. Okay. And then we're going to the sweets. We're going to go ahead and go, straight to sweets. And it looked at agave nectar. Cooked agave, they said, which would be agave nectar, 2,938 on the ORAC scale. That's going to be for approximately 2 tablespoons.
Say the number again.
2,938.
3,000.
Exact numbers.
And then what came in even higher than that, it's like, and I'm going in alphabetical order. Your chocolate, baking unsweetened, 49,926 on the ORAC scale. I'm like, whoa, yeah. So that again would be for about 2 tablespoons.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Matt, you're gonna tell me you've gotta make a lot of chocolate stuff.
Right.
Pancakes.
Chocolate pancakes with sorghum and chia in them.
No flaxseed.
No flaxseed. Dark chocolate is 20,823 on the ORAC scale.
Can you just give me the first 2 numbers?
Yes, sure. Dark chocolate, 20,000.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
823.
One of those days.
We're gonna go to nuts. Highest on the ORAC scale are pecans at 17,940. And I keep these in my freezer, and I just eat some every morning. Just, when I get up before breakfast, I'll just grab some and eat some every morning. And then walnuts is second, 13,541. Comes our walnuts. Hazelnuts is next at 9,645, which I didn't get. And then our almonds, sadly enough, only 4,454.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But of course, they have other properties in them
Yeah.
that help to prevent cancer and cancer fighters. So